What's up YouTube, Brian here back in with another video. Today is the inaugural video in a series that I'm going to do called the What I Like series, or Stuff I Like series, sorry. So we're going to call it Stuff I Like, and it's going to be just some random videos here and there about just some like smaller, more niche fishing related items, whether it's tackle, organization, I don't know, just random fishing stuff that I think warrants a video or at least a conversation. And hopefully we'll keep these videos compact and straightforward. So for the first video, we're going to be talking about tackle storage. I love tackle storage. I don't have a very big boat. I have a 19-foot Skeeter that's fairly old, and I got to make the best use of space that I can in my boat to have the maximum amount of tackle and things that I can bring with. So anyway, I love chatterbaits. Everybody loves chatterbaits. Everybody loves spinnerbaits. I have always been like annoyed that I've had to have like a dedicated tackle box to chatterbaits, especially jackhammers, in my boat. Now, I don't go through that many jackhammers. I'm not going in and out of my jackhammer tackle box that often. Like, I'm usually using maybe 2 or 3 different colors. I don't lose chatterbaits all that often. So anyway, my point is, it bugged me that I was dedicating an entire tackle box to chatterbaits. I'm like, there's got to be a better option. So then I saw Justin Lucas, he's a bass professional on BPT. He's like a Berkeley guy. He's also a Bass Mafia guy. He was talking about this bag that he helped develop. I saw this thing like 2 years ago when it first debuted, or I don't know, over a year ago. I bought this bag at the beginning of the season. I've used it all year, so I have an entire season using this bag. It is called the Bass Mafia Bud Bag. Terrible naming. I don't know why it's called a Bud Bag. Whatever. Bass Mafia is, I don't really like their whole, aesthetic. I don't really like the Mafia thing. I don't like the brass knuckles thing. I'm calling it a Bud Bag. I just think Bass Mafia's marketing is kind of like, eh. But anyway, the product's usually pretty good. These things are like usually overbuilt. They're expensive. The price tag on this thing is $49.99. That is an insane price for just a soft tackle storage bag. The margins for Bass Mafia have to be through the roof. I bet you this thing costs like $3 to make. So anyway, that being said, is it a good product for $49.99? I'd say, if you can get this thing on sale, 20% off during any of those kind of sales. I know Tackle Warehouse sell these things. Definitely get this on sale. Don't pay the full price like I did, because I don't think it's worth that much, especially when you can just use a $5 or 3,700 tackle box to store your jackhammers. So anyway, moving forward, so this is a soft plastic bag. What's cool about it, though, is it comes with very heavy-duty plastic sleeves. I think there is, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 of these with 5 compartments each, which gives you 25 compartments, which that's my biggest knock on this thing, is I wish it came with more sleeves. I wish you could buy sleeves. You can't buy the individual sleeves off of Bass Mafia's website. You got to buy a whole nother Bud Bag. And I think there's plenty of room to fit like at least 3 more sleeves in here. So if I was going to give a knock on it, I'd say, why only 25 compartments? I could fit way more stuff in here. Now, what I like about it is Bass Mafia used their the really heavy-duty plastic that they use on the Bass Mafia bags. And, you know, like a lot of the tackle bags are using this like really thick plastic. So hooks aren't like penetrating through this. But what I like about this bag is that I can shove a ton of jackhammers and a ton of chatterbaits into each compartment. So each compartment, I'm basically doubling up on colors. You could probably fit 3 or 4 chatterbaits in each compartment. So like, look at this one. I have... I don't know if you can see this, but I have 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So in this one row, I have, you know, almost 20 jackhammers, right? So also this is designed to be able to hold spinnerbaits. I will say, here, look at, I have spinnerbaits in here. I will say, probably shouldn't lift it up by the plastics. I will say that bigger spinnerbaits are not going to fit in this thing. I'm using smaller spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits do fit in it pretty well, but if you have like big 3/4 ounce, like kind of larger spinnerbaits, they're not going to fit in this bag. I kind of actually wish some of these compartments were, I wish they didn't have dividers. So I wish there was kind of like these bags. Like if I could redesign this thing, what I would do is I would have 5 of these kind of compartment bags, and then I would add a couple in that don't have the dividers. So I wish this was just an open empty bag and you can put whatever you wanted in. So I could put like a whole bunch of big spinnerbaits or, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, the point is you can store your blades. So if you assemble your own spinnerbaits, you could use these compartments to put all your spinnerbait components, like your willow blades, your Colorado blades, your hardware. You know, if you have to carry around a ton of blades, I think this is a great option. The The locking on this, the like lock in everything is really, really heavy duty. This thing is overbuilt. The inside of it is like a cooler. So, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a cooler. I don't know why. But, you know, overall, I like this bag because I can fit a ton of jackhammers. Not as many spinnerbaits. You're not doubling up on spinnerbaits in the compartments. I wish you could, but so overall, I think if I were gonna rate this product, I give this thing like a 7. It could have been a 10. I think if they gave you more sleeves, different types of sleeves, instead of having each sleeve just have 5 compartments, if you had a couple of these that were just wide open with no compartments, so you could just shove as much stuff as you wanted into it, that'd be great. And I wish you could just buy individual sleeves off of Bass Mafia's website. So the knocks are limited options in the sleeves. You only get 5 of them. It's $50. The positives are, I like that I can just zip this up and throw this anywhere in my boat. I have a side of my boat, and one of the big lockers in my boat are all my plastics, and I basically just take and throw all the plastics in there, and I have this just thrown in there. So I like that I'm not chewing up an entire tackle box in my row of tackle boxes in the middle of my boat with chatterbaits, and I like that I just got this bag of chatterbaits I can just kind of throw around in my boat anywhere I want, and it's out of the way. I'm not going in and out of this thing all that often. You know, if I'm just doing like a chatterbait color switch, I just go in here, grab one out, you know, whatever. So anyway, I like this product. I don't love it. It's got a lot of negatives, but if you're looking for something a little unique and you got $50 to blow, and you go and you're a big spinnerbait guy and you got a lot of spinnerbait components, or if you're a big chatterbait person, you got a ton of chatterbaits and you just want to throw them into something that's a little different than just throwing them in a tackle box, definitely suggest checking out the Bass Mafia Bud Bag. It is available on Tackle Warehouse or Bass Mafia's website directly. It's really not out there. People don't really talk about this much. They actually have a smaller version too that's a half, that is got half of this size but has the same basic functions. You can put chatterbaits in it and whatnot. It's got way less compartments, so check that out. It's called the Bud 2. Terrible naming as usual. So anyway, Bass Mafia, this is a great idea. I hope they come up with a better version of it. Maybe execute on this a little better. There's more things you could do with this platform, but I like the idea. I like where you're going with this. So anyway, that's my quick review of the Bass Mafia Bud Bag, and the first and hopefully a series of videos of just random fishing crap that I like and I'm going to talk about. And if you've made it this far in the video, please hit like and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.